Good morning, happy Monday. It's the 20th of March. Can you believe that? It's just bonkers the way the year is slipping by. So my name's Karen Cureton, social media trainer and working with businesses and individuals to help them get more customers easier using social media. And great to be here with you live this morning. How was Mother's Day? Those of you lucky enough to have a mum. Sorry, I've got my new table, and can you hear that when I turn? I'm going to have to get a mat for this. It's going to annoy me. Give me a second. I think we've got a mat in here. Let's just grab this. This is life in the fast lane. So, those of you lucky enough to have a mum, hope you had a great Mother's Day. And we had a lovely lunch at a new place for us. So that was great and totally spoiled, which is always lovely. So today is my regular live. We've moved the live down to 8:30 rather than 8 o'clock every Monday. Obviously won't be here on bank holidays, but I'm here every week to share lots of social media tips and ideas with you. So I'm always interested in tools, things that we can use to make our life a lot easier with our social media life, because sometimes creating great content is difficult for some people, and especially if they haven't worked with me. So ChatGPT is a super hot topic. I'm seeing so much about it at the minute, and it's a really interesting tool. So my question for you is, have you tried it yet? Have you tried it? Anybody tried it? Anybody joining me live that's going to share? So I thought what we'd do is we would jump over live and I would show you how I've been playing around with it. So just give you some examples. So if we just share screen, let's just, there we go. So let's just find the right tab. There we go. Okay. Morning, Facebook user. It's not telling us who you are because you haven't given StreamYard permission, which is at the top, but lovely to see you anyway. So this is ChatGPT. So this is you seeing it as I see it. So I can create a new chat here. It's just having a moment. It's deciding to have a moment. So let's just, it's having a little moment. See, technology is great, isn't it? When it does what you want. And it's just, give me a sec. I'm going to stop sharing and just see if we can refresh it. There we go. It's working now. And it's, yeah, unlike all technology, it can be. So let's have a look and see if we can get that. So let's try again. Okay. So let's just share that. So you can now see ChatGPT. So, right, let's see if it'll play ball. Let's try this. I've not played with this. I've not prepared it. So I put write me a post for LinkedIn in case you can't see the tech that we've got there, the size of the text. So write me a post for LinkedIn I've put. It's thinking about it. So it's probably too broad a spectrum. So that's not going to work. But let's try a different one. Let's just go back. And what? Let's put it this way, everybody. I'm not going to be out of a job. What type of images work best on social media? So this is now thinking about it. There you go. So there we go. It's just giving me that. Just like that. So really, really interesting that it will save that, and I can then play around with these on the left and use them. It's a really interesting way of helping you out as a tool to make life easier. So you could do write a blog. Let's try this one. Helps if I spell it right. Write a blog about customer service. See if it wants to play ball. Try again. Okey-doke. Let's see what it does. So I'm just watching the time, see how long it takes. It doesn't like that one, does it? It doesn't like that one at all. So really interestingly, on Friday, I did this one, which was all about Facebook for Business, how to get more customers using Facebook for Business. What I would say is my recommendation is have a play with it. It's not human proof. It doesn't take out the elements. So when I did I asked it the other day, what sort of content works best on LinkedIn? Actually, what it did but didn't tell me was the need to really understand your customers, their pain points, all of those sorts of things, like any good social media or any good marketing material, which is really important. So have a play with it, see what you think. But it did do me, if I can get it to load, let's just go wrong. Yeah, it's having a little bit of a meltdown because sometimes if a lot of people are using it, it will not perform very well. So it keeps showing up with failed to do it. And if people are using it, but there are limitations. So it may generate incorrect information. It may, of course, be very American, but there's some great tools out there. In fact, later today, I'm running a session for my Social Media for Trainers group about the right sort of imagery to use on social media. And what's great is that the tools that we're already using are really raising their game. So Canva, I'm attending a Canva launch on Thursday. Some of the tools you can now do, if you haven't tried them, have a look at Canva Docs. There's so much that we can do to make our social media life easier. But let's just touch on my favorite platform. I know you shouldn't have favorites, but LinkedIn is my favorite platform. So apologies to my Facebook group who are connected into this live. LinkedIn is where allegedly the grown-ups hang out. Why do I love it so much? Because it's not littered with as many ads as Facebook. Facebook's ridiculous. I looked on Friday and every third post in my home news feed was an ad. And that is really frustrating. So that's quite difficult. But LinkedIn, I like it because probably 85, 90% of it are business to business. And that's really where the majority of my perfect clients hang out. Although I do work with a few business to consumers. Last year, worked with this personal trainer, worked with somebody with a shop, hair industry, lots of different sectors. But LinkedIn is very much, I like the structure of it. I love the fact that there are so many tools. I mean, LinkedIn's really raised its game now. I mean, there's now a native scheduler in LinkedIn. If you haven't used it, have a play with it. It's really good. I like it. You can also now schedule from LinkedIn company pages. But ultimately, LinkedIn is a great way to connect with and get to know your perfect clients. Start conversations. In fact, oddly enough, started working with a new client last week, lovely lady, excuse me. And we originally connected on LinkedIn, and now we're doing a couple of one-to-one training sessions. And I would say generally, as a huge generalization, is that people usually or more serious about their business, more committed to learning and developing. And I think that's the thing we need to remember is that, social media is great. People forget it is called social media, but you've got to hang out where your perfect clients hang out. Otherwise, you can just end up being a busy fool. I spoke to them the other day and they were wanting to be on 4 different platforms. And I said, I find it really difficult to believe that all your perfect clients are across all these 4 platforms. So that's a real challenge. So hang out where your perfect clients hang out. Find a tribe, generate interest, be authentic, be real, be that trusted expert authority in your field and your sector. And actually, that's one of the things I'm talking about today. I'm hosting a webinar at 9 o'clock this morning for people in professional services, because this is an area, that historically hasn't really had a great results from social media, because they're not really engaging with people. And when I was finalizing the webinar on Friday, I really start to think about this. And I think there's, my big 2 words for this year: personality and disruptor. So if you're serious about LinkedIn, I'm about to close the bookings for my LinkedIn Masterclass, which is this Thursday at 1. If you haven't booked, I've got 1 discount code left. I'll put the link under this live. And if you use the discount code INSPIRATION, you can join us even if you aren't free at 1 o'clock on Thursday. Why not book anyway? Because you'll get the recording. So that's me, short but sweet today. Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you next Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.